green light, go, go, go. Green light, show them what you got. Green light, show them what you got.
Well, hello. This GT3 race let's just go over this. Welcome, let me cut the music. End of that. Welcome to Woes broadcasting eSENIORS Group 2 race, which takes place on Saturdays at 2 p.m. EST. Glad to have you here listening or watching the broadcast. This should be a very interesting race to watch. Brands Hatch in the rain, track's very slippery. Give me a moment here to do a couple of things. I'll be right back. I have so many windows open. I'm sorry. I had to close them. Too much stuff going on here. So, welcome to eSENIORS GT3 World Championship. You can find this league at the website www.eseniorsgt3worldchampionship.com. This race will be the Brands Hatch race, the third race of Season 3. Every race happens at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you'll have to check their website for the race conditions. There was a very interesting race last week. A lot of different things went on. Sorry about this. I have to reconfigure this is their webpage, and it's a little bit, might be a little bit hard for you to see, but I'm going to zoom in. There's the statistics from last week's race. As you see, I don't know if you can read it, but Lee Ellis was in first place. Mark Christopher second. Jerry Arobis third. PJ Vitala fourth. Britos, great finish in fifth. Oh, so both those guys, all these guys, really great finishes. And Ambro, another great, really good finish. Jacobs, Benchaya, eighth. Tennant was running stronger but fell back a little bit, and ninth. But he had a good, strong run. All these guys had really good runs. Columbia had a great run. Harrison Nolan, 12th was Howell. Trowbridge, I believe, had some issues, came in 13th. Tholen 14th. Garland, some early first woes on lap 1. Pocock, who was out to a huge lead in the beginning of the race last week, but ended up finishing 16th. He was on the pole and had an outstanding start, and then I forget what lap, but he had some woes, basically. Terry R's 17th, Ali 18th, James Parks 19th, Andy Lee's 20th, Paul Moore 21st, Garvish, Ruben Mancento, Terry Howard, and Robert Obando. That was from last week's Monza race. Now we're going to take a look at the racing standings. And I'm going to unzoom this just a little bit. And of course we have to get on the right group. Alright, this is the Group 2 standings. Just recently been updated after Monza. So as you see, we have Zandvoort and Monza points on the board, and after the 2 races, Jeremy Arobis leads the first. He's number 1 in the point standings. Second, quite a surprise, Andrew Ambro, who just announced though he's going to be having to leave the series for several weeks, I think, because of work issues, which is a shame because what a great start for him. Mark Pocock is in third with 76 points. Lee Ellis, despite having that penalty that he had last week dropped him from, let's see, 50 points, I think, to 28. So that was quite a hit, I think. Yeah, 50 points is for the leader. So that was quite a hit for him, despite finishing first, but there was a discrepancy. So otherwise, he'd be in the number 1 position right now. So he has 72 points. He's tied with Terry Trowbridge, who has also 72, but has accrued 4 penalty points. We're going to talk about the penalty points later. Petri Vitala is having an outstanding season. He has 70 points. Frank Tennant, 64. Jack Jacobs, 60. He's been issued 4 penalty points, 1 in the first race and a warning in the second race, for a total of 60. Stephen Howells, 59 points overall, and he had a very steady race, both 30 and 29 points respectively in both races. Ali Lortner had a tough last race. He's looking to rebound today. He had some woes in lap 1. Tad Harrison Nolan, 24 and 30, and also was given a warning in the first race. Melvin Garland, clean slate with 27, 54 point total. Mark Christopher missed the first race. He was awarded the win, or earned the win, and the second race, and he's at a solid 50 points. Andy Lee's with 44. Paul Moore 43. Daniel Garbage 39. Kai Schaefer has only made 1 appearance, at a solid start in the first race with 39 points. Bruce Hopkins, 1 start so far with 37. Ruben Monsanto with 2 starts, 17 points, and 18 and a 6-point penalties accrued in the first race. James Parks, 18 in the first race, 17, 4 warning points, total 35. Richard Colombe didn't make it to the first race, solid 33 points in the second race. Michel Benchaya, in the first race, he was actually on suspension for some previous issues, and in the second race, 31 points and 2 warning points, or 2 penalty points, I'm sorry. There's a big list here. Rainier Berger, 31 points. The second race, he was did not make. He was clean in the first race, 31 points. Hughes Van Wasselhoff, 25 points in the first race and a warning, showing no points in the second race. Uwe Thallen, 24 and 4-point warning in the second race, missed the first race. Terry Ars issued 4 penalty points, 21 points overall. Peter LaFrance, 19 in the first race, missed the second race. Terry Howard missed the first race. This second race, he had 16 points and 4 penalty points. Robert Obando also missed the first race and was scored 15 points and 4 penalty points. As you see, the penalty points are not accrued as of yet. I believe they will be all added and totaled at the end of the season. That's how it works. So that was a mouthful. Let's now get to the practice. As I take a breather. Let's ride with Schaefer. I'm going to take a quick pause here and get something to drink and rest my mouth a bit. That was a mouthful, guys.
Green light, go, go, go.
This is it. The qualifying is now started. Mark Christopher for the win. We got our first comment pit bits. Thank you. Yes, I hope he does well as well. He certainly excelled last week for sure. I really appreciate viewers too, because I am not the official stream here. I was asked to broadcast on the main stream, but I just preferred to do it on my own channel. And also, I personally think having more than one channel broadcast the races is good advertisement for the league. We're going to ride with Mark Christopher right now. He's on his outlap. I believe he might be the man to watch this race. for some reason, my... Hold on, let's try this. There we go. Now we have it working. And there's the number 19. I would say he's probably the favorite for this race. And if he wins 2 or 3 races in a row, there's a very good chance he will be moved up to Group 1. Good, I need to get his livery. Back in the day, for NASCAR 2003, I used to have an uploader for my site, and everybody could upload their. We had a format for each car, and then basically the uploader would upload to a certain folder, and then this way it stayed nice and organized and easy for everyone to go to a specific folder to download each series. Right now we have to download the series in one giant folder, and I just haven't had time, but I was going to try and help out with that and separate the series into their own folders, so this way drivers that were only, say, racing in the Porsche Cup could only have to download the Porsche Cup series, and that's it, instead of like having to download like 100 files. Let's take a look at the timetable. Right now, it's after 2 laps, it's Mark Pocock on the pole, Jay Arabas second, and wow, the number 70. The number 70 in the it says 29,388. That's some kind of glitch going on here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's first sector. What our Colombe has a 130 point. Oh, there he goes. He just dropped. There it is. Bang. Number 19, who I said earlier, I think is probably the favorite for this race, just took over the pole. And also Steve Howells in the Ferrari GT3 Evo also just took second place. That's pretty cool. I like seeing different names up there. Let's see if we can ride with Howells. Howells is in the number 969. There he is right there behind Ellis. Where is Ellis falling in all this? Ellis so far has turned 3 laps. And he's currently running 13th. Right, will they dip in the 128s? My guess is, I think maybe Christopher will do so. Yeah, right? Well, I think it depends a lot on the driver. Now, I drove the Aston, and of course I'm very slow, so. Oh, wow! Why is, I'm a little confused. Why is Goddard Goddard is generally in Group 3. Has Goddard moved up to Group... Has Goddard been moved up to Tier 2 and racing again today? There he is right there, racing in qualifying. That's kind of interesting. I didn't see any announcement about this. Trowbridge now is on his 4th lap, is cracked the top 5. Howells has dropped down to 6th. Aerobus down to 7th. Columbia down to 8th. Ellis 9th. Vitella 10th. Howells just jumped back up to 4th. Pocock up to 5th. And Goddard showing really that he's belonging in Tier 2 and not Tier 3. But question is, it's a lot of racing in 2 days in a row he's doing. The question is, let's see how he does in the main race. Yesterday's race, he fell all the way to the back and raced his way up, and I think either 4th or 3rd place. I can't remember now. Peter David of Canada. Whoa! You go, Peter. That 308 is now in P2. This is amazing. And he's going into the pits. He must be ecstatic about that. That is just super fantastic. I am so happy for this guy. A beautiful blue paint job he's got. Oh, that is just great. He's got an excellent ping to the server too, a ping of 43. Wow, that is just, I am ecstatic about that. So, Goddard's been knocked down to 3, but we have 2 drivers that are supposed to be Group 3 drivers. Oh, and there, Goddard just took back 2nd. No 128s yet, though. Apparently so, Stefan. And also nice of you to stop by, Stefan. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you being here. Always enjoy the conversation with you. So we have 2 racers in the chat. One is Stefan Buckley, who came in 4th, I believe, in yesterday's race. Had a really, really great race. Super fast in a Lambo. And Pit Bits, who is... trying to think. I know who you are. I can see your face, but I can't think of what your name is in the game. Gerard. Mr. Gerard, I believe. And he's in, I believe, Group 1. Also a YouTube streamer. David Gerard, see? All right, I got it. He makes very nice racing videos. Goddard now has the pole position. I mean, this is just an amazing Brands Hatch weekend for this fellow. Goddard decides to pull off. So let's see who else is on the track. Pocock, who is third right now. Here he is. Monsanto, who is... Let's take a look at some of the other guys. I usually focus in quite a bit and guys at the back of the pack, which they're every bit as important as the rest of the field, in my opinion. And generally, I really try to focus in on them as much as I can. So let's run with Andy Lees. Andy Lees has turned 3 laps so far, and his fastest lap is a 1:32.436. Ahead of him is Ruben Monsanto in the 57. Ruben's fastest lap after 7 is 1:32.408. Ahead of Ruben, Berger just whoa, wait a second. Monsanto just passed. I was going to say just ahead of Monsanto, but Monsanto just bested Obando, who's running the 420 and a 132. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the 132 range. F10 Jamaica in the 44 car is turned to 131. He's currently 21st. Peter LaFrance, he missed 1 race. I really like his car. Peter, if you're listening, great car. Let's take a look. I'm not sure if Mr. Nikos painted this car, but I just lost my cursor. Let's see if we can get a better camera view of his car. It's Car Canada or something like that. I looked at it up close in the car viewer in the game, and I was like, really? I was like, what a nice paint job. It has the used car URL on the back of the car and the front of the car as well. Obando is off the track. So Garland is in 19th. He's in the pits. Brito's 18th. He's out. He's out driving, trying to get his laps in. He's on his 8th lap. And I just realized I was in a Discord channel. I'm going to have to disconnect. There's ours and 1.30.996. There's Ollie in the 118, hanging at 16th. Goddard is still holding on the pole position. Christopher is second. Pocock third. P. David fourth. Howells fifth. Trowbridge sixth. Columbe seventh. Arobus eighth. Nolan 9th, Hopkins 10th, Vitella 11th, Benchaya, Ellis been knocked out back to 13th, Berger's climbed to 14th, Schaefer 15th, Ali Lortner is 16th, Terry R 17th, Britos 18th, Garland 19th, and Tennant 20th. We're winding down to 3 minutes of qualifying left. We have a really nice big field of 26. You gotta like that. Really, that's very true. There's not a huge gap between the whole field. But then, when it comes to that qualifying, as I found out myself yesterday, I was almost in practice equally as fast as another driver who qualified I don't really qualify very much, and I'm kind of new to the game. I'm very tentative still, and I use my race setup to qualify with. Oh, as we see Schaefer spinning out and on the grass, he kind of pushed. Britos had to avoid a little bit, so hopefully that doesn't affect Britos' lap too much. But we're ticking down to 2 minutes now. But the farther you qualify, especially with these wet conditions, it makes a huge difference, because the guy that was equal to me in practice, or I would say I was somewhat equal to him, finished on a podium. But he qualified like 4th or 5th, and I qualified 17th or 18th. And that was the difference between, my race and his race, really. I got stuck in the back, and every time there was an incident, I would have to slow, and it really makes a big difference. So as I progress personally in this game, I need to work on the aspects of qualifying, but there's still tracks that I really struggle on. Like last night, I raced in a night race at Imola, and I don't know Imola very well, and I really struggled. So there still are some tracks on the schedule that I personally really struggle with and don't know the tracks or have raced them before in other games very much. And that's probably why also I'm in Group 3, I guess. So, because I'm slow. Even though I think I'm a pretty safe driver, I'm just very slow. Still, Goddard. I mean, Goddard, I would say if Goddard hit a 128, he's going to be moving to Group 1. Forget Group 2. I mean, that is just, all I can say is, or slow clap. Slow clap to Goddard. Just fantastic. Christopher might have conceded this because 15 seconds ago, he's not on track. The only one that's on track is Towbridge. Let's see if Towbridge is currently 6th. Let's see if he moves up. Also, Ayers, Tennant, Monsanto, all trying to move up last minute more. Let's see what Towbridge does here. Does he move up? He was in the pluses briefly, but no, he does not move up. Terry Ayers is next. Nice qualify for Trowbridge. Hopefully he could not have as many woes today, might you say. I hope I don't woes you to death, but this is the name of the channel. And let's face it, if you're a struggling driver in this game, you have a lot of woes. Until you learn to slow and know when to pick your fights. Ours did not move up. Let's go. Tennant's in the sand. So that's it, gentlemen. We're gonna move on in the race now.
Conditions. Watch out for curves and exit, and remember to brake early.
Pitbit says, getting through the first. This is Gerard. He's actually a very good driver, so I would take his advice. It says, getting through the first few laps without incident will decide who wins the race. We're gonna switch to Helicam for the beginning of the race. And we're gonna keep. I personally like the, because I know the main broadcast is gonna be focusing on the guys in the front, and I would like to keep an eye on the rear of the field because those guys deserve it. I will scroll back and forth, but like say I'll go from there's midfield. We'll go from 12th. See, well, or not. This happens a lot. If you have unbalance in the front of the field, it creates turmoil in the back. And you see there's big gaps right there on the inside line. Look at that gap. That gap should not be existing right now. That driver's way too far back. He's holding that entire group back. Wow, and now it's 3 wide. That's Peter David in that car, and man, he was holding way too far back. Basically held the entire row back, and now he gets in line. I think he's right in front of Trowbridge. Trying to look at the back here. It looks like everyone's gotten through well. That's a really good sign. I'm sure Jeremy went over it well with them about you know, basically the, I won't say controversy, but the chat going on in Discord about sportsmanship. Oh, as we see already, Frank Tennant is, he hit the wall, bounced back on the track, and he's braking. So we also had contact between the 308 and the 97, which is Peter David and Terry Trowbridge. Goddard has a nice comfortable lead already. There's Howell's incidents. We had, like I said, the 308 and the 97. 44 and 7 had contact 10 seconds in. That would have been Tennant and ours. And also the 13 and the 9 would have been Britos and Pocock somehow had, I don't know how that was possible, but currently riding with Howells. As you see, there's big gaps going on in the field. Currently you have Goddard in first, Christopher in second, Pocock third, Howells. Something just happened to David. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he just dropped back. Oh, and now he's off track. Oh! So David having a rough first lap. Now we're at, now he pulled back into traffic and slowed down the driver. After tremendous qualifying, he's having some issues. He just needs to take a breath. Oh, now we got another car off. That was, I believe, we got two cars with issue. That was between, did they just leave? Let me see. That was between, hasn't registered yet. The incident hasn't registered yet, but it says 9 and 59, which doesn't make sense. But there's Obando. I'm not sure if the 513 was involved in that. It was a darker car. Now Britos has fallen way back. The 23rd. There's Christopher. They changed cameras. And we're going to check YouTube comments. No, nobody said anything yet. Pocock's on a mission this season, and he moved down from Group 1 into Group 2, and you know, he's showing why he was a Group 1 driver, basically. You know, he was on the pole last week and had a huge lead on lap 1, but he had an issue, and now right now he's already showing to be a contender for this race. The 46 and the 88 had some contact. The 46 would have been Vitala. Also, the thing is, like on the Discord, people don't hear your voice, or can't hear like your tone when you're trying to say, and so much stuff gets misunderstood on through text chat. And this is generally how I speak, and unless I have to be really riled up to be angry. But for me, the whole sportsmanship, all that stuff, you know, I'm a huge into sportsmanship, but when you dump someone on the track waiting for someone, just makes you a road hazard. And I personally, it's just my opinion, the league could do whatever it wants. My opinion doesn't really matter, I don't think. But any league in general, I think the person that did the dumping needs to get penalty points. That's all it comes down to. It has nothing to do with sportsmanship. I guess it does have to do with sportsmanship, but penalty needs to be shown in the points. What it comes down to. Just like in the review of this series in the beginning, I went over the standings and went over each penalty point. And I think that really makes a difference. So right now you have Terry Ars running in 16th in front of Schaefer. Peter David has seemed to stabilize himself in the 19th. You have Obando, who had gotten turned around. I'm not sure exactly what the circumstances was. I think it was between maybe him and the 513. Also, there was a darker car. It might have been more. I'm not sure. We'll find out later. There's Lee's running in 21 position. Very solid, careful driver. I mean, they all try to be careful, but some are a little more erratic than others. Let's take a peek at the... Look at Goddard, is just by himself. Wow. He is on a mission today, this guy. Well, let's see how he does, though. Oh, no! He just got the commentator jinx. Commentator jinx. Oh, no, no, no. And he's probably going to lose his position. And once you lose that position, it's going to be very hard to get it back. So Goddard now has gone off, just as I was talking about. What a great job. And like Mark Pocock always says, is the commentator jinx right there. Hall's in fourth. Look at these guys are starting to tighten up a little bit. We're going to change the camera view. We had a yellow somewhere on the track. Not sure exactly where. The last incident that I had logged was between the 88 and the 46. There's the 88. It looks like he just ran off a little bit there. And the 46 is... Who's the 46? That happened a while ago, though. And oh man, Jeremy has run off again. He's making room. Good for him. Let's hope he doesn't. Oh no, he made room and he still got hit. What was that to hit him? That was Nolan. And then it was... Who was that got by him? Let's see, we're going to switch cameras. No, it wasn't. It was Hopkins that had contact with Robus. It was Nolan that was able to take advantage of it. So some good racing by Nolan. And Nolan is up to 7th place. Good show. So that did show up on... That did show up in the incidents. Let's see if I can show it. See right there. Right there is a list of the incidents so far. Just time stamping this. There's Parks, who's running a 134.3. Berger just ahead of him. He hasn't raced too much recently, and he's starting to race again. There's Abando, Moore, David in 21st. Britos. See, that's what I'm saying about the, you could be super fast and qualify fast, but it really, if you could qualify fast all the time, but not as good in race trim, yeah, you have to have a good balance. Britos, Lee's still in 19th. He's pressuring Schaefer. Schaefer goes off, and Lee's is slowly catching LaFrance and ours in front of him. LaFrance was very, very good. He was very, very good in, I believe it was season 1 Brands Hatch. He was super fast. So, maybe he'll become more dialed in as the race goes. But I remember on Branch Hatch, he was like a contender for on dry. There's the number 66 Canadian, Peter LaFrance. Used Car Corner Racing. I'm gonna check YouTube, see if YouTube's made any comments. Driver's ready, so have to go. Keep up the good work. Oh, dinner's ready. All right, thank you, sir. You have a good day too. Goddard still holding in 2nd place. Christopher 1st. Pocock 3rd. Tropage 4th. Nolan is just screaming fast. His, let's say here, the fastest lap of the race was by Goddard, I believe. No, yep, it's the fastest lap so far. And LaFrance actually had a 130 something too. Some of the guys that are farther back. Peter David was in the 130s for best laps. The guys that were in 130s for best laps were Christopher, Goddard, Pocock, Trowbridge, Howells, Colombe, and she's Charles and Trowbridge there. Pocock behind Goddard. As you see, this is a good place to watch right here. Let's keep our eyes on this race. 4 cars in a row here. This is some pretty good action between ours, LaFrance, Liz, and Schaefer. Oh, Schaefer just dive bombed the corner and basically took out almost 2 drivers. I don't have a replay, but that's basically what happened there. Call it like I see it. That was not a pretty move. He's back on the track. Team Shepherd's Prayer, like that name. 314, beautiful, beautiful painted car. Love that blue and light blue and orange. So we have Parks cruising along. His last lap was 135. Berger, Obando. Looks like Berger's gaining on Obando. Schaefer running by himself now. LaFrance, despite the incident, has caught back up, and he is just running behind. Well, he's still quite a ways, I guess. He's trying to get by more. When you get an incident, you have to be very careful to keep an even temper. Otherwise, you could actually end up costing yourself more time. So that's Moore. They're side by side. LaFrance doing a nice, clean racing. He's a good racer. Moore goes off track. And LaFrance should easily take the spot. Moore should give... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Moore should have actually lifted there. Wow. Really? And he continues to race him hard. That's really... And the thing is, there's never going to be a penalty for that. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Now both cars have gone off. And what was the point of that? They both lost. They both just hemorrhaging large amounts of time. And that right there, folks, is when I'm racing makes me angry. I'm a very docile person, really, in real life. But like when I'm in a race car and that kind of racing occurs for me, if it was a real race, I'd be at the pit stall at the end of the race. Guarantee it. Let's take a look at Britos, Lee's. Oh, just had a get together between, it looks like, Ellis and Garland. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I just caught the tail end of it. They're running for 14th and 15th place. We stay tuned to that. We still have Goddard. Our leaders are still Christopher. Take a quick peek. Pocock, Trowbridge, Halls, Columbe, Nolan, Orobus, Hopkins. Ollie having a nice run this race. Much better than last race. He's running in 10th position after 11 laps. There's 31 minutes left in the race. And we're going to do another time stamp of incidents right here. You see the 44, which is Tennant, and the 46 got together, Vitala and Tennant. And before that was the 66 and the 569. 66 was LaFrance, and 569 was Moore, of course, which you watched. And now the 46 has just 46 just has had a looks like had a runoff, and he's getting pushed by now Ellis and Garland's because he's falling back some. Pretty exciting race up front. It's a little bit of a snoozer since the beginning, except for Goddard having a run. If you see Pocock run off, Pocock has run off, and Trowbridge and Howells has both gotten by. Wow. Now, Pocock was kind of contesting Trowbridge and Howells, but now he's fallen back a bit. And wow, that's a heartache for him. As you see Goddard, there's a big gap between Goddard and Trowbridge, and that Pocock was closer, but now that Trowbridge is overtaken, there's even more of a gap. Contact between 66 and 27. There was contact between the 66 and 27. And this is sad to see. The 66 is pitting. The fact that, though, he pitted and didn't leave the race makes me think he's going to re-enter, possibly. But that's sad to see. In my feeling, I didn't see the incident between him and Lees, but the prior incident, there's no doubt that the number 66 was roughed up a little bit, and also Parks is now in the pits after 12 laps. So we have two drivers in the pits after 12 laps, and that's kind of sad to see. You're going to get a broadcast from my channel that is not going to really candy coat things. I'm not going to get into whose fault was whose, but the video tells a lot when it happens, and you can't really say something else than what's really happening, because that would be a lie. That's the way I look at it. I mean, someone could say, "Oh, whoops, look at that. So sorry," but I'm not that way. So Robus is having a 8th place finish. He's currently number 1 on the leaderboard, but Pocock's dropping back from 3rd to 12th is probably going to help Jeremy. And he has Hopkins, who they earlier had contact with, going to the corner. Bruce Hopkins' name of his team is "I Will Regret This Racing." That's funny. It looks like Trowbridge is cutting down a little bit. Let's see, there's a 3.1 to the leader and 1.2 gap between him and Goddard. He's reeling Goddard in. And Pocock is back to an 8.2 gap. There's Nolan, Columbi, they're all spaced out. Hopkins in a super sharp looking car. Look at that car. That is one super nice paint job right there. I'm not sure if that's a custom paint. I think that might just be an in-game paint. It looks nice color combination. Benchaya with Lortner. I believe that earlier Lortner was ahead of Benchaya. Let's watch them a little bit. I tell you, this is great since I've gotten fiber. Shouldn't jinx myself, but since I've gotten fiber, what a difference is with streaming. We're now at the halfway part of the race, and we're going to just go through and feature every single driver. Parks back on the track. He's on lap 12, so Mr. just recently got back on. Right ahead of him is LaFrance. His fastest lap was a 1:30.77, and that's the thing. Like, if you don't. I can't remember where he qualified, but if he qualified better, he would have been up much farther and out of trouble. Instead, he just I feel like got caught up with slower cars that drove over aggressive. There's Berger. And in front of Berger, we have a race going on between Obando. We're going to go into Helicam view. This is between Schaefer and Obando. They're both on the same lap. And we've also had an incident between the one. Oh no. There's been an incident between the 1 and the 118. The 118 is Ortner. You see him behind. So it didn't hurt him too much, thankfully. That was at 25.32 of the race. Pocock in 5th place. Right behind him is Nolan, who is moving his way up, and he's very close. Harrison Nolan, number 67 in the Castrol R Motorsport car, is all over Pocock, and he is having a fantastic race. Goddard looks like he's... Oh, he's right on Christopher. Oh, my goodness. He has a little bit of runoff there, but he is all over at Trowbridge also. Oh, wow. This is quite interesting. The 420 and the 314 have had contact. Blue flags are waving to Moore. They're not up on Moore yet, but let's switch to Christopher. We're hoping that wow, that guy has amazing ping. His ping is 8. We're gonna go helmet cam. And all 3 drivers made by very nicely. That's very good. Good job on Moore. And we have a great race going on for 1 through 3. And back there was an incident. Wow, there's a whole slew of incidents here. The 420. I don't even see the 420 anymore. Did he leave? Peter David and Terry Ayers are now in the pits. The 420 Obando, wow, he just got loose there. Wow, there's incidents galore here of late. There's the incident list. 314 and 27 had contact. That would be 314 and the 27. .314 is Schaefer, and the 27 is Lee. So I think that's the second time they had issues. And Schaefer, as you see, is having issues. He's in the grass. He's letting drivers pass. What is he doing? He just had contact with another driver. Wow. He just hit the third place driver. Wow. Big woes for Schaefer, and that probably wasn't all too great for Trowbridge either. And those kind of incidents are not going to show up in contacts. That was a blue flag issue. That kind of incident is exactly what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff does not show up in the penalties. His car is severely damaged. Is off pace, off the track. .97 and a 314. So, and now he's off track. I think it's, you know what? If I was a track steward right now, I'd be radioing his team and telling him to get off the track. So he's now been in, let's see here, one. Now he just spun off again. 1, 2, 3 incidents, and now I don't know how many spin-offs. I don't even know what to say. Just not going to say anything. So, let's take a look at the leaders again. Christopher now has gained a nice little, after Goddard being right on him, Christopher has now created a nice gap for himself. Goddard in second, Trowbridge in third, Howells fourth, Nolan fifth, Colombe in sixth, Pocock in seventh, Arabis eighth, Benchaya and Hopkins. Benchaya has gotten by Hopkins, and Benchaya really has moved right up. He's only had the one incident. I don't know whether they had a car contact, whose fault it was, or anything like that. But he's having a really nice race, and he's all over Benchaya. Benchaya is all over Arobis. This is some really good racing right now between these group. At Pocock, Schaefer is finally good. I'm glad to see that he's finally pitted, because I know they won't say it on the main broadcast, but if you're off the track that much, you need to get off the track. It's that simple. I mean, if you're spinning out and off the track 5, 6, 7, 8 times a race or during a race, it's not your day. Time to pack it in and put on the hauler. which I've done many times. At least 3 or 4 anyway. I did it just last week at Monza in the Porsche Cup. I was having issues with my brakes, and rather than have an issue with anyone else or getting in anyone's way, I stopped. I stopped racing. And that's what makes me laugh when people are like in the Discord about sportsmanship. Yeah, no. And I want to see this information that happens during the race on the scoreboard. As you see, the green car of Pocock went off a little bit. He's going off again! Oh, please don't come back on the track. Oh! He lost just a ton of spots right there. And very lucky that he was able to stay off the track, and now Vitaly passes him. He's just hemorrhaging spots. Pocock all the way back to... Oh man, he's probably lost about 6 positions, something like that. 68. There's also contact incident between the 68 and the 420. There's Frank Tennant, and behind him is Ellis looking for a pass. And in front of them is Garland in 13th. Pocock's fallen all the way back to 12th. Benchaya has gone off. He was having an amazingly strong run, and now has fallen back from, I think, 7th to 11th. And now Ortner is running a nice clean race, and as far as I know, is now up to 9th. Hopkins having a nice race up to 8th. Aerobus 7th. Colombe, Nolan, Howells, Trowbridge, Goddard, Christopher. Let's take a look at chat if we have any chatter. Good racing, yes. Very good racing. I don't know. I'm assuming I never saw it advertised, but I'm assuming they were doing a live stream on the main channel today. I'm sure quite a people will want to watch this video down the road. There's Garland in the 22. Pocock, Bonchaya has gotten by Pocock for 11th. And let's take a look at the leaders. As you see, Christopher has a 1.7 gap. Oh, this should be interesting right here. We're going to go in the helmet view as Christopher comes on some lap cars. Lap cars of Obando, Berger. Berger moves out of the way. Good job. And in front of him is Lees and Obando. Very slick through this area of the track. He's going for the outside pass, which could be very, very dangerous, but he made it. And now he's got to get by Lees. And Trowbridge now has gotten by Goddard. I'm not sure if Goddard had issue with the traffic or what happened there, but Goddard now has fallen to 3rd place. Still great spot for him. I might have you some week, Stefan, come in and broadcast with me. We'll make a tandem here. Couple guys who tell it like it is. That would make some fantastic broadcasting, I think. We're riding with Goddard. You see Trowbridge got by Obando. Goddard off on the grass a little bit. And I think that's just some of the polishing he needs to do. I think once this Goddard, gets more experience polishing up, he'll be in Group 1 because he is very fast and very consistent. Forget Group 2. Really, he could be like a top 20 driver in Group 1 probably right now. And he races clean generally. As far as I know. I mean, it's hard to race that fast and be clean, I think. I think that's the faster you get, the cleaner you drive is when the skill level raises up. So they managed to get through. And right now, Parks has done 21 laps. It's Peter David. We lost someone. I think we had 25. There's LaFrance is back. Good on him for sticking it out. Schaefer in 21st. LaFrance and Schaefer are on the same lap. So with 9 minutes left, interesting. It'd be good to keep an eye to see if LaFrance, there's about a 14-second gap between Schaefer and LaFrance. And Moore is running by himself. Berger. Bando's trying to make an outside pass, it looks like, on... Oh, wow. I'm not sure who that is in the dark car. Let's take a closer look. That's Howells. Man, they are just slowing Howells down, really. That's, wow. I wish I had a replay of that. I might have to take a look at that. It really looked like they were in Howells' way there. And Howells is currently the 4th place driver. That's for this position for 17th. Take a look at Goddard, Trowbridge. With 8 minutes left, can Trowbridge catch Christopher is the question. Their last laps, Trowbridge was in the 129s and Christopher was in the 130s. Wow, there was a lot of incidents in this race. I'm counting 21 incidents, and that doesn't even include the fender benders. Nolan is having a really great run in 5th place. Colombe, fantastic run in 6th. Arobis in 7th. He's hanging steady. I think he started 8th. Ali is pressuring Arobis. And Vitala right behind him. Oh, Schaefer. Oh, there's Schaefer again in the grass doing the Zen gardening, as announcer Luke would say. I mean, really? This is what I'm talking about going off track 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times in a race. There should be a limit set on this, people. There should be a limit on how many times you can go off in a race and still keep on the track. If you want Premier Racing League, people need to keep it on the track, and that should not. That's, to me, it should be frowned upon. And people want to talk to me about sportsmanship. The sportsmanship thing to do would be to pit and exit the race at that point. And I don't really care if anyone doesn't like that comment. Too bad. Hey, how are you? Nice for you to stop by, Eric. Appreciate that. Drive by. Hopefully you're still listening. You're watching Seniors League, which is 50 and over drivers. We had 25 drivers, and you're currently watching the 8th place driver challenge the 7th place driver, and he's got to keep it clean because that's the owner of the league, and he's trying to make an outside pass. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna make that stick. I agree. You need to practice. Yeah, right. I mean, I was racing last night. I was racing horrible. So in last night's race, so I checked out. As you see, Ali has made it by Jeremy, and also Vital. Oh, Ali's off the track. Jeremy is losing ground to Vitala coming into the quarter. Oh, wow. Vitali was very careful not to go wide on Jeremy. He's just running away now. He's in 7th place. He's been very patient. He was interrupted a little bit. I don't know what on lap between contact between him and Banchaya. And now, wow, you see Banchaya is back in the... Wow. That all of a sudden, the whole gang's here. You see Hopkins, Vitala, Robus, and Banchaya all in a row with Leitner just running away. I say well done on Leitner. Hopkins and Banchaya going side by side in the curve. Banchaya got the worst of that. Let's go to Helicam view. That's going to go on the incident board, I believe, between the 1 and the 16. There's an update right here for you on the incidents. That's our 23rd contact of the race, not including fender benders that didn't pick up. Let's go back and take a look at the leaders. There's Christopher. He has a nice gap between him and Trowbridge. If you're looking on the track, you'll see the red 97 behind the 19 and the 33 right behind him. The 33 was your pole sitter. Hall's done a terrific job in pulling away from the pack as well into 4th place. Nolan, very solid job, 5th. Columbia, also solid. You know, the cream rising to the top here. Lortner, who was in incident early on at Monza last week, now has risen in this race all the way to 7th place with ticking on almost 2.5 minutes left in this race. Vitala now falling a little bit behind Arobus. We'll see if he makes a move. Banchaya has gotten by Hopkins. And you see now Garland is in the act. Wow, Garland, who has a nice steady race. He has driven up from, I think, around 18th place to battle now for 12th. And let's see if he just sticks his nose in here. Sorry about not paying attention to YouTube. I'm just getting very excited about watching this race. Garland's got the inside, and I think Hopkins, who's a very, very safe racer, is going to battle him around the corner. Garland's also very safe. This should be interesting. Now, Garland backed out there. Wow, this is some great side-by-side racing. Really respectful by both gentlemen. Hopkins got his inside. Can they escape without contact? Oh, yes, Garland got a little bit on the curb there. And, well, let's say that was a really great exchange. And we're going to do a quick run through from top to bottom. You see Christopher, who was last week's winner, Trowbridge, and second. Goddard was moved up from tier 3 Raced Tier 3 yesterday. Finished podium, I think. He's podium. He got the pole yesterday and then moved up to Tier 2 today. Is racing at Tier 2. He got the pole in this race. And now he has a very good chance of getting another podium. Howells, Nolan, Colombe, Lortner with Aerobus and Vitala right behind. Looks like Vitala is right on Aerobus' heels. Benchaya is falling back to 10th. Hopkins racing and trying to fend off Garland. Pocock, who was part of the top 3 earlier on, has now fallen to 13th. This is it. We're going to go with Trowbridge. Leaders finished the race. I'll address the comments after I finish the... There's the leader. There's Trowbridge. Goddard is already in the pits. Garland and Hopkins still racing it out for 11th. As you see, Christopher first, Trowbridge, Goddard, Howells, Nolan, Colombe, Lortner, Aerobus, Vitala, Benchaya. Garland's trying to fight for that position, but I don't think he's going to get it. Pocock 13th, Ellis 14th, Tennant 15th. There's Tennant. Lees and Britos. Britos just got by. I don't know if the race is over for them or not, or if this is still live for them. They're still racing at it anyway. Either I think it's live. I think this is go time for them still. Oh no, session says session ended. They're done. So Christopher gets the win. Trowbridge second. Goddard third. Howells fourth. Nolan.
Green light.
Just reset for me. Sorry. Well, at least I got the first 3, but it all just reset. I hate does that. I wish it would just stay on screen for a while. Anyway, this has been a good broadcast. Very exciting. I didn't have a lot of viewers, but I still enjoyed it. It was an exciting race to watch. Eric says, sometimes you can have the best practice session with other drivers on track. Shunning a driver only ruins your numbers. Just my opinion. Okay. In my opinion, I wasn't really shunning, but that's all right. When this league is trying to clean its act up, when you have 24 incidents in a race, for me, you can't have people running off 10 times in a race. And but anyway, congratulations to Christopher. Congratulations to the podium. Thank those who stopped and viewed. Really appreciate it. And those that actually watching the replay, thank you for watching. Hopefully you subscribed. And most of all, everyone, enjoy your day. Have a great day. Enjoy. Thank you for viewing Woes. This has been a broadcast of eSENIORS Group 3, Race 3, Season 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night.